Mm. Blessing, courageous hearts. Welcome to Trees Are Like People, Movement Medicine. My name is Aviva, and I am guiding you today to get deep inside your own intuitive, spiraling, unraveling energy and together create and weave this incredible magical world through our energy, our vibrational movements. And today, we are giving so much love, respect, and gratitude to our tree family. What I've been learning the past couple of weeks as I'm immersed in conversation about tree ordinance and order dance is that on a daily basis, I do not thank our tree sister, brother, mother, grandmothers, grandpas enough. Sure, I do when I'm walking in the woods and I'm immersed in them, but I've just been noticing them everywhere lately. Hi, Jabri. And I think the more that I notice them, the more I can take in and preserve their existence. Because if I'm not even looking up, if I'm not even looking at our trees, if I'm not even taking them in, taking in their beauty, taking in their gifts of life and life energy, then there's less of a chance that I have the power to preserve them because I'm not even observing them to begin with. So, observation is key to preservation. Observation, I'll say that again. Observation is key to preservation, not only of trees, but also of your beautiful energies. Jeez. If you cannot observe yourself and your energy as sacred, how do you preserve the sacredness that you are? If you cannot observe the energy that embodies you and that you embody as sacred, then how can you preserve the sacredness that you are? If you cannot observe the energy within and without you as beautiful, then how can you preserve the beauty that you are? If you cannot observe the love that is inside you and outside of you as love, then how can you preserve the love that you are? If you cannot observe the energy in every cell of your body as truthful energy, then how can you preserve and express the truth that you are? My friends, if you cannot even observe that every cell in your body is something to be grateful for, then how can you preserve that gratitude? If you cannot even observe that every cell in your body is a divine design, then how can you preserve that divine design? And that is what we do through the practice of Qigong. We preserve and nurture and nourish and maintain and water and shine sunshine on the divine design that we are embodying right here on earth, not only in our own bodies, but in the community that we're creating, in the web that we're weaving all together. This divine design of, if I don't have it, you might have it. We work together and we create a potluck of all of our gifts together. It's not about who has more. It's not about who has more. It's not about showing up or showing out or showing off and having more than your neighbor. It's about filling the holes in each other like puzzle pieces. It's not like you have a hole, it's like you're a puzzle piece and you just have like a beautiful design, like a key, like where a key fits in. We're all keys and we're all keyholes for each other. And if we can't observe that we are the key to other people and we're the keyhole to other people, then we can't preserve that. And we can't interconnect as a community in the beautiful ways that we're designed to connect. We all have a purpose. If we can't observe that our being here on earth has a purpose, then we cannot preserve that purpose. If we cannot observe that the trees around us are loving us, are majestic, are beautiful, if we cannot even observe that life exists outside of us, if we cannot observe that trees have roots in the ground that sustain our ground, then it's less likely that we will be preserving them. And we are all stewards of this land. But we're not stewards of the land. I'm an Aviva of the land. You're a Patrick of the land. You're a Jabri of the land. You're an Angie of the land. Let's begin with some heartbeat observation, some breath observation. By simply observing, we are preserving. By simply observing, we are deserving. We are creating space to deserve the love that we're giving ourselves today, simply by observing. By simply observing our chi, and I'm observing the beautiful Rachel who just joined us, we are serving ourselves. And we realize that we deserve to serve ourselves this beautiful platter of ourselves. If not for ourselves, then for each other. By simply observing ourselves, we are serving ourselves. And realizing then that we deserve this love. Thank you, Jabri, for serving Rachel the link for today so she could serve herself and thus all of us with her beautiful energy and your beautiful energy. Notice that breath. Observe the breath. Observe your heartbeats. What do you notice about your heartbeats today? What do you observe? Do you feel at peace? No judgment. You're just observing. Is your breath flowing? There's such a different map of observation abilities. You can just be observing the surface of yourself. You can just be observing how you feel. You can be observing what you're thinking. And then there's just the deep observation of like the Wuji, of the nothingness, of just the experience of breath, the temperature, the texture. Thanks for the thumbs up, y'all. Honestly observing this divine design. No need to be different than you are. Feel the energy movement, observe it. Try to release any need to be validated by any outside source right now. That is key to observing what's really going on, letting go of that need for validation, that need for approval, and just deeply connecting with that vibration, not worrying about what you look like, just connecting with that flow, no judgment. You're beautiful. You deserve love. Allow your body to move however it wants to feel that flow. And see that it is good. That it just is. I'm deeply grateful for all of you joining me today here as we connect deeply with the energy that pulses within us. The deeper we connect, the more clearly we connect with each other. It's like we're burning through the waste, the junk, the materialism, the fakeness. All that stuff is confusion, illusion. And today we're just deeply connecting with pure love, pure chi. We're erasing the static on the board. We're unknotting, unraveling those impressional knots that cause deep confusion, that cause us to feel like we'll never be enough, that cause us to feel like we're bad. That's just all poo-poo. We're diving deeper. We're skimming off that surface crap, and we're clearly connecting with the energy of God. Of the sunshine, of those trees. Oh, the trees. The trees give us the energy of God. The trees give us the energy of the sun, of deep wisdom, of our ancestors. Notice the heartbeat. Notice your breath. And ask yourself, what is my intention for class today? What do I need to tap into this God energy more, to express it more? What do I need here today? Where in my body am I resisting? Where in my body do I have pain, sadness, anger, a feeling of violation? Whatever is affecting your body is also affecting your mind. That pain in your body causes confusion in your mind or delusion in your mind. It's just an imbalance that is deserving of you observing to bring it back in balance. So what do you need here today? Whenever you're ready, share your intention for class. There's no wrong answer. There's no better answer. There's no best answer. There's no answer that will make you the best in the class. It's all about your own observation of yourself. That's what Qigong is, observing yourself through movement, through study, through listening, through reading. My name is Aviva Vuvuzela. My intention for class today is to be here for all of you. And today, my intention is to see how we are like the trees and to observe the trees more for their God energy, for their gifts to us, and for our receptive nature to observing them and respecting them and thanking them and including them in the observation of our own life every moment, every day. And in class, to even move a little bit like the trees. I'm going to turn down the heat. I'll be right back. Jabri says his intention is wrist and to be here with you today. I'd like to focus on my back and my feet today, and I use the magic gel. Do, 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 do. This is what the gel is for. Bum, 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 bum. Go get yours in the personal store. Asiya is definitely the sponsor for today, and I've got my own link, my own store through them, which is so exciting, and I am linking it 24 hours from now on this video, and I'll put it in the comments below. Any other intentions? Hi, Kevin Diesel, welcome. We are sharing our intentions for class today. Anything that you would like to connect with to help you grow, just like the beautiful trees all around you. And in class, we're focusing on how just observing the trees and how they nurture us and hug us are a huge step towards preserving those trees and preserving ourselves. And so, full circle, even though I've been grieving not attending the meeting where I possibly could have saved 580 trees down the road, I even said in that class, what is more important, nurturing you trees or those trees where honestly, I probably couldn't have changed their minds, just one person. Let's be real. But what I'm also doing in class is I'm encouraging you to preserve the trees. So I'm not the only one. Everyone who watches this is going to be better at that as well. So that's a big step. Any more intentions before we start? Anything you want, make your wish. What do you need? I've got my wheatgrass powder in water with lemon juice here. It gets a little grainy and powdery. Thank you for your intention, Patrick. Patrick says he has the intention to be more mindfully connected to Qi and enjoy class. My shoulder's hurting. Yeah. Be patient with yourself. You know, those shoulders rhyme with boulders. They are the holders of a lot of those emotional knots that we talked about in the reading a couple of nights ago. Practically yesterday. It was like 4 a.m, you know, Saturday night or so. Yeah, that really spoke to me, those knots that we develop in our bodies because of emotional impacts. So, yeah. Really, your first time with green juice. You deserve a round of applause, Jabri. Oh! What kind of green juice did you get? Now, you got to look at the grams of sugar because those green juices are very seductive. They're like, healthy. We are green. We must be healthy. 20 grams of sugar. That's not healthy. That's diabetic. But hopefully you had, there are definitely some that are like 12 grams of sugar or less, like uber greens and just plain celery juice. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, we'll get started. You guys can just keep your intentions in your hearts, even if you didn't write them down, and you're welcome to write them down throughout class. We're going to breathe in our intentions. Release anything in the way. You don't have to do it like this. You can breathe out normally, or you can use that little constriction and express an emotion or a squeaky door. Couple more times. Ooh, that sounds good, Jeffrey. It sounds like it was homemade, maybe. Ooh, even better. Let me explain what I'm doing there. See, like in the beginning of class, I was talking about going deeper, getting the poo poo out of the way. So a lot of times the poo poo that settles on the top is like that feeling like I can't feel my feelings. And so once you scrape that poo poo away, like scraping the leaves away, and you see the dirt, and then you might have feelings there. And when you feel them, it clears that deepness also. So it might be inner child stuff. It might be stuff that you felt yesterday that you like just didn't feel like feeling because you were around people and you don't want to be judged or whatever. And you can do the gurgle too, which is you slightly constrict the vocal cords and just let out. It's like, and you almost feel like the body is tightening, but as the body is tightening in the different areas through that vibration, it's also releasing because you're observing the tightness that might have been there more than you knew. One more time. There's a reason why you might sound like an animal. Animal sounds are pure, they're purifying, they are nature. They might annoy you sometimes, like hearing birds all night in Hawaii in certain places and not being able to sleep. It's still life, it's still beautiful. We're going to start by putting all of our fingertips together. Kind of looks like a tree root system connecting with each other on both sides. From one side of the earth to the other. Connecting with that deep intuition. Relaxing between the shoulder blades. Lifting up just a little bit for a little shoulder blade stretch behind us. Observing is the key. Out of sight, out of mind. If no one notices the trees to begin with, they might not notice that they're gone. They might feel something's weird, but they don't know what it is. The same is true for your own intuition. If you stop listening to your intuition, you might feel off. But if you always connect with your intuition and observe that you even have an intuition, there's more of a chance that you'll be preserving that intuition and you won't get lost by disconnecting from it. Push it out a little bit to feel that stretch in the back of the shoulders again. Notice the emotional knots that might be in the shoulders and just watch them unravel. Unravel them with your mind. If there's pieces of other people in your shoulders, I know that sounds really weird, but the thoughts of other people and the actions of other people, just watch that unravel off of you as you return to your pure energy and get their energy off of you. I find that that's what we put in the back of our heart space, the past, the memories. It's more often in the back than the front. Let's connect to that collective God energy, the inspiration energy, the love, light, purity, sunshine. Thumb connected to the index. Notice how that's flowing in the rest of your body. How about we get some music going on here?
In this video,
I'm going to throw you the link as well in the chat so that you can always connect to this music. You can listen to it for at least 3 times for free on Bandcamp until it asks you to download. It's on Spotify as well. Just might have commercials. That was a great way to support your girl. Just download some of the music. Feel that sunshine pour into your upper back, lower back, shoulders, wherever it's going. You know, the shoulders are like the leaves too. You know, it's like the sunshine has that whole layer of leaves that have fallen on the ground until it can get deeper and settle in under there. So you might have piles and piles and piles of leaves that haven't yet decomposed, and the sunshine is just shining on those shoulders, shining on those leaves. But eventually, if you stay in that sunlight long enough, that sunlight will reach deeper down under the shoulders, to the upper back, to the stomach, to the lower back, to the hips, to the thighs, the knees, the ankles, calves, feet, toes. But it's going through the shoulders first, and you got to be really patient and let it just stay on the shoulders as long as the shoulders need it to dry out those leaves a little bit. Just enough. The moisture also helps the decomposition, but too much moisture, too much muddiness can just feel hopeless. Let that sunshine seep into the shoulders, deep into the shoulders, softening the boulders. If you're not letting it in, I honestly feel like there's a lack of love somewhere, not feeling worthy of love. The receptors of love aren't working as much because of whatever knot has been interwoven there that says you're not worthy of love. That says you're the reason why you're neglected. That says you're the reason why you are abandoned. You've taken on a poison. You've taken on the poison of the belief of lack of worthiness because of someone else's actions. And I just started writing a song about this. It goes, just because you're a B doesn't mean that I'm an L. Just because you're a BITCH. And Rachel and I were talking about this the other day. Is it okay for someone to just be mean to you and call you a name? No. Just because someone's a BITCH does not mean you're a loser. You're not the loser. To release the hold that other dominating people have had in your life. Unweave their judgments, their punishments, their neglect, their abandonments, their abuse, their violations. It's not you. So get it off of you, get it out of you, extract it, and allow the love to pour into that space. Because that's taken up the space where the love could be. It's like the liver receptors binding to high fructose corn syrup instead of the good hormones that say enough is enough. No more toxins. Stretch your arms out to either side. Pull those fingers towards the ceiling. It's really good for those wrists, Jabri. This is probably the best wrist stretch that you could do, I find. I feel so much sunshine and warmth collecting around the wrist area when I do this stretch. It's so good. Sometimes it helps to replace those bad memories with like the opposite one. So if someone abandoned you in a relationship, then just add a different script there, because the script stays over and over in your head, right? When someone out of their own anger and out of their own desperation and out of their own tragic unmet needs say something mean to you, like, I hate you, just switch it around in your head and see them saying, I hate myself. And you are not the cause of that. You are beautiful and loving, and I'm going to get out of your space because I'm bad for you. It takes a lot of deep work. It doesn't happen overnight. The matrix therapy helps, all that stuff helps, but just also visualizing them saying, I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that. And you got to know that. Connect with your beautiful love, light energy. And get rid of that yuckiness that you're so above. Shake it out. All right, we're going to stand up and do our Wuji Gong. This is the most basic form. It's what I was pretty much the first form I ever formally trained in. Formally. And it really does embody our connection with trees, and it demonstrates how our energy system flows, very similar to how the tree energy system flows. So bring your feet shoulder width apart and bend your knees a little bit. And release any locks that might be in the hip area. I'm not talking about locks and bagels. Let your arms kind of raise up a little bit, the underarms open, the palms face back. And just connect with that flow. Feel the big toes. And this alone here is ready position. I'm sorry if you've ever experienced a violation. It's not right. You did not deserve it. And what's worse is not being able to express about it. Not being able to get that person back, that's what the knot is that stays inside of you. Not easy to work through that. When that person claims no responsibility. Let's compare this to a tree. It's like getting one of your limbs cut off. And the person just not appreciating the tree limb that was there to nurture children and give shade and give oxygen. So we're going to grow that tree limb back. You're going to be the full tree that you're destined to be. You're going to grow it back. You're not going to sit there feeling ashamed because you've got a tree limb off of you. You're going to grow it back strongly. And you're going to get the nurturing that you need to grow it back. And you're going to stand tall. And even if you do look a little silly, because you feel like you look a little more empty without that branch there, you know that you're growing it, and be proud that you're still standing and ready to release the most beautiful leaves and the most beautiful fruit that you've ever released this year. So wherever you feel that missing branch, just put extra light there, extra love. Grow that pride, grow that love out, instead of internalizing that hate into balls of knots and confusion. Reach out that web and let it go further with your love. It's like if someone robs you. You're not the empty one. You are always flowing with abundance. They're the ones that have created the void. Release that from you. Easier said than done. Let's just move the chi. Let's do this. Let's get the chi all around us. Nothing else matters. Yin hand under the belly button, right for women, left for men. Yang above, feet shoulder width apart. Press in and shake, 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 shake. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, shake, shake. You are lovable. You have a right to have boundaries. Boundaries are the observation of your sacredness. So they're a very important step towards preserving your sacredness. Just because someone else doesn't mean that you're not still sacred. I know it feels like a drop of red dye got in your perfect clear water and there's no way to get it out because you're now tainted. But it's being removed right now. You're being cleansed right now through the pure energy of Qigong. Because you know you only feel that in one area that is super painful right now or something. Think about every other area in your body that is working beautifully and bring that energy to the area and see that energy circling around that area and saying in a circle, I love you, I appreciate you, you're amazing, I love you, I appreciate you, you're amazing, you belong here, you're perfect, you're divine, I'm grateful for you. And see how all that good energy inside you circles around that area that is in pain, that's not feeling good, that's not feeling love, that's not feeling seen. And hear that, feel that area blossom like a flower. As you say, I love you, I appreciate you, you're perfect, I love you, I appreciate you, you're perfect, you belong here, I love you, I appreciate you, you're perfect, I love you, you're amazing, I'm so glad you're here, I'm so glad you have boundaries, I'm so glad you're preserving your sacredness, I love you so much, you're so sacred, you are me, you are pure energy, you are divine. Bring the bottom hand up, okay, hands up like you're collecting the sunshine. Other hand down like you're collecting the earth energy from the ground. Shake, 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 shake. And shake it all out, shake it all out, shake it all out, shake it all out. And come to stillness. Everything is you. Stop violating yourself. Have boundaries to those negative voices that start criticizing you. Say shush. Keep that psychic space sacred as much as your body. We're going to do another shoulder stretch before we go into the collecting spirit from heaven. What we're going to do is we are going to put our elbows on a surface, and then we're going to back up until we can clasp our hands behind us. And we're going to get a nice stretch there. Be gentle. So sometimes it's easier to do it on the ground with a chair. You can't see. Pretending to come on a chair here. But be really careful, that's a very, very powerful stretch. All right, arms out to the side. Lower one side and then the other. You are a tree. Let it lower down and just release. It'll pop back up maybe. Maybe it'll stay. Just want to connect with some more earthly sounds. Focus on your appreciation of the trees. Find a tree somewhere in your vicinity and just thank it as you're doing this for its strength, for its protection, for its knowledge, its wisdom. Rotate that left shoulder back a few times. And the right. And the left. And the right. And the left. And the right. And the left. And the right. Both at the same time. And then come up. And then just let the hands float down like feathers. I'm getting the music set up for you guys. Sounds. Okay. Keep on doing that. You're welcome for the music, Shebri. Remember, when you get to a painful spot, don't just say to yourself, "Ugh, I wish I wasn't in pain." Say to yourself, I observe, I see that there's some knot there that needs to be unraveled. We can do this together. We can free you. Remember to relax your face. To not be stuck in resting picture face or a-hole face. Just let the lips kind of part and smile curve up a little bit. Come up halfway. Reverse direction, beautiful souls. Bend those knees coming down. Bring your hands over your head. Yin hand first, right for women, left for men. Yang on top of that. Fingers spread. Nice deep breath. Make sure your pelvis is relaxed and not tilted in any direction. Tailbone pointed down, and just feel this energy coming in through the top of your head, the Sahasrara. You might have to give it a little stretch. Open it up. When we thank the trees around us, it's like thanking the love that's around us. It's like no matter how many people might have hurt us in the past or whatever, we have the trees, and that symbolizes the loving people in our lives and being able to receive love and trust really is a wonderful thing. And we can start with our trees if we feel too let down by the cruelty of society. We can see how beautiful the trees are and how giving they are and solid they are and always here for us. And there are people like that. Use trees as your standard with who you decide to be around. Trees are like people and people are like trees. If they're not like trees, you might not want them in your life. Trust your tree people intuition. Hands over your throat. And be a tree for your loved ones. Thanks for the thumbs up. Hands over your tummy. Over your womb area. Procreation area. And out to the side with the hands. Going on to the next part of the form. Absorbing the energy from the earth like those deep tree roots. Lift that left heel up. Rotate that left knee towards the right, bending both knees. And then we're going to rotate the other direction. Tapping into the power of the trees, the beautiful depth of the roots. And down. Right heel up, bending both knees, right knee towards the left. That's the difference between tree people and not tree people. The deep roots. Fake people don't have any roots, it doesn't seem. Or the roots that they're connected to are toxic. Feel the depth of those tree roots, the solidness, the safety, the security, the discipline. Solidness, always getting that nurturing water deep from the ground. Feet together, knees together, thighs together. If someone's trying to influence you or be some kind of a trickster, ask yourself, does that come from a place of depth? Or is that a trick? Is that an illusion? Why should I listen to these surfaced comments and ideas when I've got this depth of truth within me that is way more substantial and giving to me than one person's surfaced opinion? Bend the knees, keep those legs together tight, and rotate to the left, nice and easy. Trust the movement medicine. And the other direction, please. And like a tree in the wind, feet shoulder width apart, you're just gonna lean back and forth, putting all the weight on one foot and then like the other. You're like a tree in the wind, swaying back and forth, nurturing one part of the ground and then the other. And not lifting those heels even, not lifting the feet when you're going back and forth, really feeling the steadiness. The branches move however they want like a willow tree, but the feet stay solid. Come to stillness, beautiful people, beautiful tree people. Connect with the ground, feel the earth's energy climbing up your roots, the toes, climbing up all the way to the knees, the belly button, feeding you like your fuel tank, absorbing the fuel of life. Relaxing those shoulders. Feeling that movement of chi within and under your skin, unraveling the boulders, the knots gently like streams of water running over rocks, smoothing them out. And hands up, like you're holding a little ball. You're gonna rotate around. Keep continuing to hold that ball. Rotate in a circle, bending those knees. Trusting the wisdom of stillness, being grounded in this one position, solid. And the other direction. Okay, for the next move, I'm going to step off screen because I don't have the room here, but you're going to open up your feet wide, bend your knees, lift the left arm all the way up to the ear, just let it float down like a feather, and you're going to go back and forth. Okay, so it looks like this from the side. Okay, I'm going to go back and forth, like 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 18. I'll be right back. Okay, now we're going to do very similarly. We're just going to reach across the body, going back and forth, bending deep, legs wide still. I'm going to go off screen again. Okay, for a few minutes now, we're going to do Wuji, which means just feeling the energy however you feel it. Waddle those worries away, penguins. You're getting stronger and stronger every day. Magnifying your field, projecting your clarity, your love, and attracting that right back to you. You deserve it. Please observe that you deserve it. We're going to wrap class up with an optional bow, thanking all the ancestors, all the lineage holders. Sheshe. Thanking all the teachers, all the trees. Sheshe. Fill your heart with gratitude and compassion and spread this out to all of the trees, all of the earth, all of the people that you love so much that you're creating this reality with. Thank you to all of you beautiful folks who joined me here today. If you feel the calling to drop me a donation, and I know some of you reciprocate with bartering as well, which I appreciate so much. I value it so much. And the money I value as well. I value it all. So my Cash App, if you'd like to throw me something, is AATFP. If you'd like to be a monthly donator for $30 a month, $100 a month, whatever you want, whatever you are called to, you can join our Patreon team at AATFP. And I'll just leave that for now. You know, there's other ways, music and whatnot. I'm really inspired by these sounds. I'm going to put out a YouTube video of just black screen with these sounds so that we can listen to them as we do our Qigong. And I will see you beautiful people on Wednesday. If you're indicator and you want to come to the meeting, watch my video on what is a tree ordinance. And let's see, I'll grab that and put it in the comments as well. See if it comes up. Good grammar and spelling. All right, it's getting some views. That is good news. Here you go. 7:30 tomorrow is the meeting. They might make it earlier because of the snow. I'm not sure. So thank you everyone for observing the trees, for observing how tree-like you are and preserving your majestic energy. You're all kings and queens. Thank you for your leadership. And I will see you for Wednesday's class. I've got lots of really great meditations and classes coming up. I've already planned 3 or 4 of them. So thank you for joining me today. Lots of love to Martin Luther King Jr. Serving is preserving.